Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Technobabylon. We are here in the past.
Wow, looks like Vargas pulled together quite a team.
We are a new person that we have not been before, we have no inventory, and you can probably guess that we are Charlie's young wife, who is going to go on and be murdered by this unpleasant character, Dr. Baxter. We are, of course, there's also Dr. Jong and Dr. Chigwa, who we know from various locations. Dr. Baxter from murdering us and then getting his head cut off, and Dr. Chigwa from being the disillusioned runner of that botany station. Let's see what everybody's up to. What do you got, Baxter?
Hi there. I'm Dr. Pereira.
Yes.
I thought I might get to know who I'm going to be working with.
Oh, right. Certainly. Adam Baxter.
You enjoying the MRI scanner?
Ah, yes. Forgive me. It's just been some time since my last lab work. After the accident, no institution would take me. I feel as though I may wake up and have this dream of an assignment taken from me.
Don't worry, Dr. Vargas is an excellent judge of talent. I can guarantee that this isn't merely out of pity.
This is something of a last chance for me. We must succeed.
Well, that's fairly backstory heavy early on. So apparently Dr. Baxter has been involved in some bad experiments before and is really counting on this one. Who knows to what ends he might go to make sure it succeeds, i.e. murder, yes, we all know. Not sure what he could do with the thing before being briefed. I guess maybe he's just familiarizing himself with it, which is always a nice move. Look at this young idealistic Charlie. Oh.
Hello, Charlie. What was that for?
I'm not sure. I was just worried you weren't going to come.
Don't be silly. Of course I was going to be here.
I know. I was just afraid.
Hey, there's no need to be afraid of anything here. Unlike your last job, there's no firing squad for motivation. I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
It's hard to believe all that's behind me. Not only do I have you to thank for getting me out of there, but getting me into this role as well.
All I did was mention you to Dr. Vargas. He knew what he needed and you fit the bill. Obviously, he knows talent when he sees it.
Hopefully he likes my work. He can't exactly go to the Texan warlords for a reference.
Well, that's a good sign. Now you're the one making jokes about it.
Oh, I'm sure the Texan warlords would be more than happy to give him a statement of credentials and a little, nudge on the shoulder for having produced their bioengineered whores for the Texan Wars or whatever they do over there. We sure are making jokes about that. Ooh, what's this microscope got to say for itself? Being a true scientist myself, I want to look in and see what's going on here.
It's empty. I guess it's not surprising. The project hasn't started yet.
Well, disappointing, but, presumably something will be there in the future. Also, speaking as a scientist myself, I don't know, MRI machine right in the middle of the floor, tiny little safety box around it, somebody actually inside the safety box. Whatever this screen is, and a tiny little lab counter here. I don't know. Presumably this is more computationally based than biological or anything like that, but this isn't what I'd call a dream assignment. Also, notice how your supervisor can just glare at you from above up there. The lighting is also a bit strange, but also a very nice futuristic vibe from this place. I'm sure there's references to individual sci-fi properties in the different environments, but it is kind of... I like the variety, I'll say that.
You must be the famous Dr. Pereira I've been hearing so much about.
Famous?
The way Dr. Vargas has been going on, you must have been his star pupil.
Well, it looks like these two are, a bit more, have more of a verve, more of a pep for life these days.
You're right. I'm Victor Pereira. Vicky. Dr. Vargas mentioned me?
Wouldn't shut up about you. Like you were Watson, Crick, and Einstein rolled into one.
Or more like
wow,
Oppenheimer,
Watson, Crick, and
perhaps.
Einstein.
Hey, what we did before isn't the key point. It's what we can do with the skills we've brought with us.
All right then, what's your field?
Organic computing, mostly. I studied under Dr. Vargas.
Ah, we've probably got some overlap then.
So, apparently all or maybe most of us seem to have come from non-standard backgrounds. It's interesting in that we are probably all scientists of good repute and some decent pedigree and intelligence. However, all of us seem to have sort of a cloudy past. Maybe, I'm assuming that of Jung and Chigwa, but at least Dr. Vargas and Charlie, came from doing some horrors, and we were just compared to Oppenheimer, who you may remember as having supervised the Manhattan Project and the construction of the atomic bomb, so I guess we did a bad in our past at some point.
You look familiar, Doctor.
Nina Jong, pleased to meet you. AI and synthetic awareness studies.
I remember. Dr. Vargas was a big fan of your work.
He's assembling his dream team. That's what you get with an absurdly huge grant. Not that I'm complaining.
No, I wouldn't complain about an absurdly huge grant myself.
And you are?
Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. My friends call me Gwen. I was brought in from Bulawayo.
What was your field?
Embryonic baseline engineering.
She's a real artist, building new animals from scratch.
Angiosperms, mostly. Still not sure why I'm here. You got any idea what's going on?
Notice that little nod to her future, angiosperms, and she'll be working in a botany lab in the future. Although she said animals from scratch, I guess they also mean plants, or maybe awful plant-animal hybrids.
Come on, you're the only one of us who's met Vargas in person. Do you have any idea what's going on?
I couldn't help you, I'm afraid.
Aw, you're killing us.
You expect us to believe he didn't tell his star pupil.
Well, I might know. But I know how theatrical he can be. It'd mean a lot to him to be the one to reveal it.
Whatever it is, this is some impressive hardware they've got. That and the secrecy says government work to me.
I'll leave you to it.
And here we go.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. As you look around, you will see some of the finest scientific minds of this generation. These minds have at their disposal the most cutting-edge tools available to humankind. Newton has decided, like an increasing number of cities, to invest in AI management. But they want no mere computer to run traffic patterns and coordinate electricity grids. They have asked me for something infinitely more advanced. They have asked me for the future. I have selected you for this venture because I believe that together we can make this future. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Central Project.
Well, there's the kicker. It looks like...
This is the place Jinsel said to meet up at. Ugh, what a dump. The city just gets worse and worse every time I leave the trance.
Looks like Charlie actually worked on the creation of Central, which maybe explains why he doesn't like it so much, but sure doesn't explain why he asks dumb questions like, why can't it simply explain to me what its decisions are? You know very well why it can't, Charlie. Anyway, here's a Blade Runner-esque, a stark contrast from the last scene, which I think is neat. We're back to Big Mandala, and apparently we didn't get any shoes before deciding to tromp across town, which seems like a horrible decision to me. I've walked barefoot inside a major metropolitan area before, and I'll tell you it's not an experience I'm looking forward to repeating or hoping to in my lifetime.
Ads for everything from sleazy bars to sex to cosmetics. Nothing I'd want, though. I feel like the whole neighborhood was designed to alienate me.
It might have been. It might have been.
Ads for everything. I feel like I can't reach it from here.
Well, we can't pull off these cool Chinese letters and take them with us, unfortunately. Alright, we got a car, we got a trance den, and we got a bouncer. Let's go see what the man has to say for himself.
Hey,
Excuse me.
no entry.
Can I have entry, please?
Excuse me, I'm trying to get into the trance den.
And I'm stopping you.
What? Why?
Maybe I don't like the look of you. Maybe we're full. Either way, shove off.
I say.
Come on, there must be something I can do to get in. What do I need to do?
Ha, we get that a lot. Some thrall drags themselves up here, says they'll do anything. Shows how desperate you people are.
Sure, man, but, you're also working for this place, so presumably... Ooh, I do got skills, but tell me about that arm.
What's with your arm? It's all metal.
Lost it in the war. One of the wars. On biochem duty. Turned out that because of the shots they gave me, they couldn't just grow me a new one. Same reason I can't get wired either. Allergic to the stuff.
But you run a trance den.
Ain't that just the definition of irony? The arm's great, but the eyes they gave me ain't worth shit.
Eyes aren't worth very much, he says. I wonder if that means he's not very observant.
So, you're not wired? You can't connect?
Nope. Been allergic to neural wiring since the war.
This seems like a strange thing to be doing then, running a trance den. You can't even experience the world you've built for these people.
Means I can't get addicted to it either. Best kind of insurance.
Look at her little doughy-eyed. Oh, you can't experience it.
Can I pay to get in?
I don't know. Can you pay to get in? Exactly. You wouldn't be dressed up in Sconto blue overalls if you could. You ain't even got shoes.
Yeah, fair enough. We're not putting on the Ritz exactly.
There's supposed to be a public terminal on the corner over there. I guess because of all the wires running from where it used to be into the cellar.
You reckon I know something about it? You think maybe I stole the terminal and I'm now using it to run a pirated trance environment for profit?
Maybe?
Huh, you're pretty sharp.
Thanks.
What's with the antenna? The one under the neon lights?
Not everyone here is a local. Some people ain't lucky enough to live in a city like Newton.
International connections?
Exactly. People in Newton can join this hub through the net. Some states, they monitor the usual net connections, so they bounce the connection in via satellite.
What are other countries monitoring for?
Greater Han likes to control the news and history. Concord is looking for anti-corporate opinion. Eurofed has strict definitions about what counts as acceptable entertainment.
That's barbaric.
Defeats the point of the net, doesn't it? But thanks to Pirate Net, they can never stop the signal.
I gotta tell you, Eurofed's not sounding like that bad of a place. All we know so far is they don't like horribly illegal biological experiments and making of neurotoxins and whatnot, and they also apparently don't like whatever horrible illegal online entertainments people get into. I won't even begin to hesitate. However, as if information wants to be free information junkie, we hate that.
This place looks like a dump.
You're one to talk, girl. Bet yours is worse.
So what happens here?
It's a trance den. People come here to hook up.
I always do it at home. Did do it at home.
People can't always do it there, though. Maybe their partner don't want them doing it no more. Maybe there's some thrall who promised their probation officer they'd stay clean.
So you're selling privacy.
Bingo. It don't need to be pretty. Once you're in the machine, you don't care about how it looks.
They are really hard pushing the trance is cocaine metaphor, basically, right? Or opium or whatever your drug of choice is. I mean, there's these secret dens where you can go and do it if if your partner is getting mad at it or your probation officer is, and people are addicted, and we've tromped here halfway across the city with no shoes on looking for it.
Maybe I could do something for you?
I like 'em skinny, but you look like you'd break a bone if someone looked at you too hard. You wouldn't believe how many greasy thralls try to get in that way, though.
What? No! Ew! No! I meant hacking!
City utilities did cut the water again.
Well, there we go. I'm glad that we've at least got the self-respect to not do something we didn't care to do to get in. I guess if we wanted to barter ourselves away for a chance to connect, that's our business or whatever, but good on you, Mandela. That's what I say.
What happened to the water?
Bills weren't being paid. I needed all my quanta to pay off the bookies after Pakistan lost last month's game.
Gambling debts?
Hey, like you're in a position to judge anyone. Thrall. Anyway, Central Utilities shut down the water. Now we can't grow any more wetware.
Well, let's get that going.
What do you want me to do about the water supply? I'm a hacker, not a plumber.
The flow's controlled by a terminal in the sewer. I want you to breach it and get my water back.
Now that sounds exciting. We know he can't hack it himself, and we know what he wanted us to do, and we get the additional dialogue, but forget it.
Quit hanging around.
All right, I'm going.
You quit hanging around, buddy. Alright, how are we going to get down to the sewer? They said there was supposed to be a terminal somewhere that the wires went down to the sewer, presumably here. We got this car in the way. It's well protected, they say. Yeah, we hate anything from the physical world. Whatever, man. I like that we still have our injector. Can we trance and get anything cool, incidentally? Anything going on in the old trance world? Nope, but nothing. We'll get the news. As usual, I'll be reading through this quickly, and you can slow it down if you'd like to see through it yourself. Oh, yeah, we know about that evacuation drill, quote-unquote, being a bomber. So we're lying to the public. There you go. Good old Barber's Gate. And there you have it. Russia beats Canada. Terrible. Rain later. Does it ever rain in this city? I like a good rain. Especially in a situation like this, although I guess it would be even more disgusting to be traipsing around with no shoes. Let's see if, since this thing is an auto drive, if we can't smear our little chemicals all over it. You know, they said the thing was well protected, but I guess that doesn't extend to people hacking into it. Well, now. Let's go ahead and take off that brake. Let's go ahead and put it in drive. Let's go ahead and set the acceleration. Oh, we're horrible. Oh, we're so bad. I'm sorry, car.
A car repair tool? Probably what they claim it's for, at least.
Yeah, probably what they'd claim it's for. You know this is just some awful criminal man's thing.
A sturdy metal tool I liberated from the wreck of that car. In this kind of neighborhood, it might not actually have been for repairs.
No, true. Like all junkies, of course, we are utterly amoral when it comes to getting our fix. Which, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, gets us down in the sewer. That's all that counts. Okay, what do we got here? We got a grate, and we got a power control center.
The wetware won't form a
Oh, maybe we need to crowbar it open first. No problems with crowbarring open a power conduit, of course. And goes our wetware. I like how it just glows blue like that.
Too easy.
Indeed. Okay, what did he say it was? 871, I feel like? There we go. Let's mess with everybody else's. Correct. Ooh, hazard list. Really? Okay. We've got a hazardous substances index.
The city's list of current hazardous chemicals to watch out for in the water supply. It's got chemical markers, formulas, and breakdowns for programming scanning tools with what they're looking for.
Well, let's see what we got. Benzene from a factory discharge. There's a benzene ring. Sulfuric acid from acid rain. Good, good. Estrogen from plastics disposal. That's a shame. And that's all. All right. Benzene, sulfuric acid, and estrogen. That's real. I don't like that.
Can I go in?
You got the water going again, so yeah. We got
And
all
just
we
as
need
easy as
for more
that.
wetware. Quit hanging around.
All right, I'm going.
Just as easy as that. But maybe we don't want to do things the easy way. Maybe we want to stick it to the man. Maybe we want to make Mandela crawl through shafts. It's nice that they give you multiple ways to get in. Although again, he won't be mad if he sees us, and oh my goodness, is this place a wreck. Look at this.
A public access terminal covered in other people's wetware. From the cables running up the stairs, I guess it's been liberated off the street.
Ugh, it's just covered in this gel, and look at all these degenerates.
Looks like he's made himself comfortable.
I don't know if I'd say that.
She looks so starved and ragged. It's people like her that give Trancers a bad rep.
Mandela, you know, far be it from me to say something like you have no room to complain.
One of the Trancers is spread out on the foam mat on the floor, underneath all the rusty water pipes.
With all the rusty water pipes, huh? Yeah, let's not mess with him for now. We don't need to. Alright, let's
Can't
wetware
reach any of its
ourselves
control
in.
surfaces. There's a centimeter-thick layer of other people's wetware covering its surface. The wetware won't form a connection with it.
Ugh, that's awful. Do you have anything that can scrape it? There we go. We scraped some of their wetware off. Not gonna lie, this is pretty disgusting. This whole thing is. I do like the, is that say Sinner poster over there on the wall? I guess is what it is. Oh, is that big tubs of wetware?
Looks like they're growing their own wetware down here as well. I guess it's so warm and damp. The pirated cultures must love it.
Interesting.
Nah, mine's fresher. Besides, everyone else will have been sticking their fingers in that stuff.
Right, wouldn't want to be unsanitary. Alright, let's trance it up. Gotta find Ginsel in here. Ugh. Of course, this is what the internet is. Look at this nonsense. Hello, Gandalf. No, I know none of you goons have dumb avatars just like this to know that this is exactly what you would get if you could pick what you would be.
Hi there.
What?
Gandalf.
What's up?
If you must know, I'm partaking in the digital experience. Apparently, more vivaciously than you.
How do you figure? You're just standing, floating there.
Hey, shut up!
Yeah, we really trolled him.
You're ahead.
Very astute. And you're behind.
No, I mean, you're just a floating head. Why are you just a floating head?
Because unlike some people, I'm choosing to take the trance to its full potential. We can look like whatever we want. But some people just look like people. Ooh, human body, 2 legs, 2 arms. How original.
I like having legs.
Yeah, it's so limited though. Realists like you have no imagination.
Hey, who are you calling a realist?
You know, the thing is about this, it really brings to mind Second Life, and I may talk about this a bit more in a post. I don't know if any of you goons or otherwise YouTubers out there have played Second Life, but I actually have. I've logged in and saw what there was to see, and I gotta tell you, the self-expression potential, even if you're a gross floating bald baby head, isn't all that much. I mean, he's right. We're limited apparently only by our own imagination, but why wouldn't he choose to be some fourth dimensional thing? Or why wouldn't he choose to be I don't know, a house itself in which people can live, in which he expresses, communication with people through other non-standard means? No, this paragon of intellectual exploration and just free thinking everything has decided just a floating head's the way to go. It's nonsense is what it is, although I'm glad he's at least sassy about it. Gandalf, you may be my new favorite.
What's the line for?
If you must know, I'm waiting for a slot to open up in the games. I'm first though, you hear me?
Sure.
There are social conventions that must be followed.
Are the games any good?
Would I be waiting here if they weren't?
I don't know, if they were the only things here, you might.
Is this one of your usual trance spots?
Yeah, it's acceptable, most of the time. Mostly because I'm not being bothered by inane questions from plebes.
It looked a little dirty outside to me.
Yeah, I know, it's disgusting.
That a problem?
Now, I got my usual spot to crash under the pipes. It's the cleanest place in the den. Lousy. I'm not gonna hurt it.
Can I get cuts?
What? Are you crazy? No, you cannot go ahead of me. I was here first. That is not how lines work.
What's with the dancers?
I know. They're awful people. They come up here from the bars, spilling vodka all over the sim. Dirty, dirty people.
Vodka, eh?
Ciao.
Fine, whatever.
Oh, Gandalf. Hello, Mosin Nugget, Spark Wings, and New User 1, my favorite.
Hi there.
Hello there. Anything for me?
Hi there.
Hello, honey.
Hi there.
Nope, dancers don't give a crap about me. Over from the Mosin Nugget, presumably Mosin Nagant, and the vodka, I think we can conclude that these are in fact Rusky dancers. That's fine. Hey, it's Ginsel. Ooh, and the barman from the apartment earlier. Apparently they've got a barman program in here. And Captain Cheese 969. All right, fine. Hello, Jinsil.
Salam, Mandela. I trust you made it here without too much difficulty.
Oh, it was fine.
Nothing I couldn't handle. I'm not used to all this mood space stuff, though.
Nonetheless, you've proven yourself resourceful.
You said you knew more about the guy who tried to kill me. You and your Jilly, Holly...
Jahilia. In fact, there's been a breakthrough since we last spoke. Unfortunately, security is still an issue.
Oh, alright.
It's a public server in a den. I guess anyone could be in here, even other cell agents.
It is good to see you understand the value of privacy.
I don't need anyone else finding out where I am. What do you need?
Jahilia's hackers have managed to block any further connections to this server. You must now help us in clearing out any remaining users.
Alright. So we need to clear out anybody in here.
Why can't you do it? You've obviously got hackers. Get them on it.
Unfortunately, our teams have done all that they can in blocking the ports. Those remaining in the server must be persuaded to leave.
Can't you just tell me now? There can't be many people left.
We must be absolutely sure of our seclusion. Please, do this for us, and we may share all we've learned.
Fine, I'll get rid of them. Don't get used to having me around, though. Once this whole nuked up mess is sorted out, I am never leaving the trance again.
You know, you're pretty blind to your own addiction, Mandela. I cannot wait for your comeuppance to come in this game.
If you want everyone gone, why don't you just crash the server remotely? I could have done that if you wanted. It would get rid of everyone.
It would, but would also call attention to us. Our hackers have blocked incoming connections. Resetting the server would disable this.
Oh, then everyone would just reconnect again.
Precisely. We've removed as many as we can over the net. The remainder must physically leave the trance by themselves.
With a little incitement from me, you mean?
I don't know, that sounds a little hokey, but fine.
Did you know where this sim was being hosted? It's a stolen street corner terminal in a dingy cellar.
A trance den, yes. We often use it as a meeting point. I have not been there personally, but my allies' reports have painted a vivid picture.
Yeah, it's a great place, if you're a rat or a giant cockroach.
Perhaps you can use this to your advantage? The conditions sound only a little way from intolerable. Those within the den may need only a little push to make it so.
You don't know how far thralls will go for a link.
You know, you say that like you didn't just say you were never leaving the trance again.
If you're not in the den, where are you? Are you even in Newton?
My person is in a secure location. As to where that is, well, I'm afraid that's a secret.
Not even a clue?
All I shall say is that I'm meeting some old friends here for dinner.
Talk about multitasking.
Exactly. Hopefully you will excuse me if I seem a little distracted.
Okay.
Why this server? It seems like a strange place to meet.
Jahilia uses many such venues.
Compared to the whole net, though, it's so small.
Which allows us to more easily determine if we are being monitored.
Ah, cloak and dagger.
And after we have concluded our discussion, we shall crash the server. There shall be no evidence of us having been connected.
I'm not sure that's how it works, but okay. It's in the future, so I don't know how it works.
Who are these other people in here? Your pals?
Bystanders, members of the public. They come from all walks of life. Unfortunately, they cannot know what we are about to discuss.
And that's why you want me to remove them. It's not going to be easy.
You're resourceful, Mandela. You will find a way.
Darn right.
Sims like this are weird. There's a whole net to explore, things to create and learn, but people want to come somewhere that's laid out like a dance club?
Not to your taste?
Just seems like a waste.
Perhaps it lends familiarity to it. Unlike yourself, some may not be ready to lead a wholly intangible existence. They understand the trance and the artifacts of life they know.
And for a trance venue, it seems so small.
Yeah, alright, well, we know all that,
So, I know it's awful netiquette in the trance. I'm almost disgusted to hear me say it, but...
You want to know more about the real me?
Yeah, I mean, you probably can for secrecy and all.
You are correct. There's a reason we have our identities in here. Even you, Mandela. Let's just say that outside, I work to do good for the world. Jahilia's interests match my own in that respect.
So you're not a part of Jahilia?
So, that organization you work for?
With. Jahilia's membership is non-hierarchical.
Sounds like it'd be hard to get anything agreed on.
Sometimes the differing viewpoints of members leads to a standstill. The ethical integrity is a refreshing change from my RL work, though.
Wasn't Guy working for you?
In a manner of speaking, sometimes we need to subcontract our tasks. For those matters, we'll recruit experts. Guy was such.
Well, it's an interesting structure. I don't know that it would be particularly effective, but maybe that's the point.
So, yeah.
You have let Chahil.
Any word from Guy since I left Cell?
Guy was discharged from Cell shortly after your escape. He made contact with us and sends his thanks.
That's a relief.
And then he went to the Greater Han Republic.
I'll get back to ruining everyone's evening.
Bitafik.
Ma salama. What do you got, Captain Cheese?
Hi there.
Evening.
Something bothering you?
Not obvious, huh?
I can see it right through the trance. What's up?
Well, I gotta come out to these dens to trance, right? Except the last couple of times, it's not gone so well.
Wiring problems?
Worse, someone keeps going through my pockets while I'm under. I disconnect and find someone's gone with all my quanta.
Jeez, sorry to hear. Poverty's my answer to that problem.
This time I'm hiding it. They won't find any money on me.
Really? Where are you keeping it?
This your usual haunt?
First time here, actually. There's a place on Nyasa that I used to go to.
This is my first time here, too. I stopped going to dens after I matriculated.
I can understand. Some people just prefer the freedom of the open web, but you get a different kind of atmosphere in these smaller local servers.
You like the server this den's got running?
It's alright. There's only so much you can do with a repurposed terminal, though.
No doubt legitimately acquired.
No doubt. Still, they've got a bar, a dance floor, and a bunch of games running. And I love the way you can just stare off the edge into forever.
Why'd you choose this place, if you don't mind me asking?
My folks have been trying to get me to cut down.
Fortunately, something I've not had to deal with. No folks.
So I can't trance at home. I have to use dens. The further from home the dens are, the better. Why'd you come here?
I'm on the run from a Cell agent who's trying to kill me. My underground contact told me to meet here.
You're funny.
Also pretty naive. Keep that to yourself, Mandela.
What's with those guys hogging the dance floor?
From what I can tell, they're celebrating. They've got a cycle of drinking down here and partying up there.
Any idea what's got them in such a good mood?
I don't know. Some sport thing? Big win, apparently. I haven't really paid attention to that stuff since I started trancing.
I know the feeling.
Some sport thing, so that confirms it for us. If we remember, Russia just defeated Canada in hockey, so they're presumably happy about that.
What's with those guys?
From what I could...
I know. You've been trancing long?
Not really. Only got wired last year. My friends were raving about the trance, and eventually I gave in.
It was a good choice, wasn't it?
The best. The trance is a whole new experience. A whole new world. Before, the net was just a net. Now...
It's thoughts, feelings, media, all is a living world.
A waking dream full of everything. Made of other minds.
Welcome to my world.
I started to spend a whole lot of time in here after that. Sure, I dropped out of my post-grad course, but...
You know, we haven't actually been given anything concrete that's been created or done in the trance at all. It's just little Second Life dens like this. So supposedly maybe Mandela's coming up with these amazing things, but I'm just not buying it, that it's worth it. It's just a bad addiction. It's just, you know, it's fine. It's games. It's entertainment, but it apparently sucks people in enough to lose their whole life.
Interesting avatar you've got there.
Thanks. Apparently I'm an idealist.
So it's based around your perfect self-image?
Exactly. Screw months of diet and exercise.
Or millions of quanta of surgery and nanoplasty.
You're one as well?
I never really thought about it that way. I just thought this looked cool.
So that's probably the big lady or guy outside is who that is.
What do you think of the walking can opener outside the den?
Leon. He's alright. He fought in Singapore. Doesn't like to talk about it, though.
Don't you think it's odd, someone without wiring running a trance den?
It's good for security, I guess. Means he's always on guard.
You're still worried, though.
Yeah. Thieves are tricky.
Yeah, about that.
Let me get back to you.
Sink you later.
Sink you later, okay.
Howdy there, miss. What can I get you?
Black iced tea, Cuba Libre, lovely.
I used to have an auto meal kind of like you. She got her recipes off a memory card. What about you?
I got all the usuals built in already, plus a few extras, this being the trance and all.
How do you mean?
People can be a little more adventurous about what they choose in here.
I guess the law, or even physics, doesn't really matter here.
As long as I got the formula, I can fix it up for you.
Well, there we go.
What are you supposed to be? Victorian?
I'm the bartender, Missy. Wouldn't be much of a club without one.
Real or?
Nah, I'm part of the program. They got me out of a broken down machine in a dive bar in southeast Newton.
Well, that's, you know, it's a fine life for an AI, I guess.
You like it here?
Better than the last job. There's more space in here, that's for sure. And trance users have more interesting orders than beer, and beer.
Sure.
Before yesterday, I hadn't really spoken much with AIs. Do you ever get the urge to do more?
How do y'all mean?
Well, I mean, you're stuck in here, or in a drinks machine. Ever wanted to get out, see the rest of the trance?
Missy, I sell drinks. Unlike you, I have a defined raison d'etre. If I weren't doing that, well, I just wouldn't feel right.
Well, there we go. They've installed some limits on him or whatever that keep him from, you know, wanting any more with his life. He's perfectly content, supposedly.
Ciao.
There's that chow again. Hey, buddy, can you...
What can you make of these?
Well, they got the formulas in here. You sure got some interesting tasting drinks, Missy.
I sure do, my man.
Howdy there, miss. What can I get you?
Tell you what I want, though. Give me some sulfuric
I'm feeling adventurous.
acid.
Sulfuric acid, please.
Coming right up.
Well, there we go.
Don't spill that now.
Yeah, I'll try not to.
Don't you charge for drinks?
It's ladies' night. Come to think of it, I have never been told when it wasn't ladies' night.
Guess the management really wants more ladies in here.
Fair enough.
Ciao.
Guess they never really changed that. I guess there'd be no reason to charge for it in the trance, though, would there? I can't think of one. Let's see what else we got. We have any doors we can go in? No? We need to get into games, and I think I know how to do that. Getting out of trance. And we've got work to do now that we're out of here. Let's see now. Here we go. We can apparently do some connection blocks. We can pick a country to block remotely. Well, look at that. We're apparently already blocking from Union Latin America. We can't undo that, so apparently that's a hacker-friendly place or something like that. And we've got all these other places here. Look how the U.S. is broken up. Presumably the Texan warlords are in some combination of the two. But we already know we don't want to hear from Russia. There we go. Russian Federation. Alright, let's see what else we got. Greenland, Canadian Republic, USA Atlantic, California Concord, Caribbean Commonwealth, interesting. And Latin America, Federal Republic of Brazil, South African states, Mashariki Umoja, okay, ECOWAS, Chile Treaty, South Asian Cooperative, the Greater Han Republic. That's just real neat to see all that. So the People's Republic of China is greater than the Greater Han, or is different than the Greater Han Republic. Eurofed. Alright, we're blocking the Russian feds. Supposedly, we probably also blocked everybody at some point, so they should all be kicked off, but whatever. Yeah. Now that we're blocking Russia, supposedly, or hopefully that'll kick them off. Let's see if it did that. Let's get back in here and see about those dancers. The dancers are still here. Okay, apparently it didn't take for whatever reason. Oh. It did take.
Guess that proves where they were from.
Nasvedanya. Don't get any on ya. I don't even know what that means. Alright. Now we move on. We know about this person being underneath these pipes, so let's mess him up a little. Clong. Ew. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's super nasty.
This is a lot of quanta for someone to lose in the sofa.
And I think this is probably the one who could be this one here, maybe, or this one here. Whoever was worried about their money being stolen.
A plastic credit chip for those times you need to buy something without using the net. I can sense in my wetware that it has a couple hundred quanta still loaded.
Yeah, sorry about that, quote unquote. Not really sorry, of course. Sorry, not sorry. So the dancers are gone. Gandalf.
Hey,
What do you want?
much as I hate to bring up meat space stuff,
Spit it out.
actually, that's what you might need to do. The sewage pipe over your head's burst.
What? How'd something like that happen?
I've no idea.
Nuke it. Nuke it. I will not be giving this server any positive feedback on my blog.
On your blog, huh, Gandalf? Sorry to hear about that. But we get into the games now.
Hi there.
Evening.
Got some bad news for you, Captain
Hey,
Cheese.
I don't know how to tell you this.
What is it?
Well, I was just offline a second ago, finding some food. Anyway, I saw this guy going through your stuff on the sofa.
Oh, Nuke, you found it? Damn. What do you look like?
Oh, big guy.
A big guy, lots of muscle.
Wait, did he have an animated snake tattoo on his arm? White hair?
He might have.
Nuke, I know who it was. I'm gonna kill that asshole when I get home. X is right.
He sounds like a terrible individual.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
We are awful. There is no three ways around it. We are a terrible person. Sure, we're acting out of necessity, quote unquote, but we're bad. Alright, grab ball or get nuked. Well, I'm going to grab ball. This looks awesome.
A nice game, loser. Hey, how about best 16 out of 30? Ha ha.
Jerk.
What a jerk.
Hi there.
Yo.
Something tells me you're not very cheerful.
Huh, that obvious?
It's just that, well, it's a game. Isn't it enjoyable?
Less so when that asshole's on a winning streak, that's for sure.
What's the score?
At the moment, 15 games to 0.
Nuke me.
It's true. That guy has split-second reflexes. But the way he acts, I've got to see him beaten.
Is that guy cheating?
Well, he hasn't hacked the server. Maybe he just spends most of his spare time practicing.
What's going on in this sim?
It's called Gravball. I guess you could say it's a competitive reflex test. Each player has to hit the ball back at their opponent until one misses.
Oh yeah, I remember. This game's 100 years old.
Except it's first person. The ball has no gravity and keeps getting faster. You game much?
Not really. I'm more of a creative solitary sort.
Nobody on the friends list?
Hey, no, not many.
You used to game, and what do you create? You don't create anything, Mandala.
Got any more helpful tips?
What, aside from you can't win against this guy? Make sure you don't start your swing too late. Start your swing before the ball's reached your platform.
So if I'm having trouble hitting it,
Try swinging earlier.
I'll give it a shot.
Alright.
I need to clear everyone from the server. It's for personal reasons.
Sorry, lady, but I'm not going anywhere till I beat this guy.
What if I beat him for you?
Ha, good luck.
You'd still get to see him lose.
All right, you've got a deal. You beat him, and I'll retire for the night.
Here we go.
Who's the guy in the court?
The Zift out there is Domino. He's the reigning champ.
You don't like him?
Wouldn't be so bad if it was just him winning. Problem is, he's such an ass about it. Even when he's not talking, he just radiates it.
Yeah, look at him.
Thanks.
No problem.
Alright, let's roll. I guess I gotta go talk to him.
Hi there.
What's up?
There's no point talking to him. We know where it's gonna go. Leave,
Let's go.
no. You have
Bring
to beat
it
me.
on.
Alright. Whoops.
Damn. Damn.
Ooh, he's pretty good. I know this is just thrilling to watch.
Woohoo!
Yeah! Haha, take that. So there's one button to press.
Damn.
No real skill to speak of here.
Another win for Team Awesome!
Yeah, win for Team Awesome. I'm going to cut away here and get back when things are different.
You gotta, yeah, well, I better just...
That's right, I won.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
I don't know what you did, but that was worth sticking around to see. A deal's a deal. I'll log off. Maybe we'll spar sometime.
Sounds good, man. I would destroy you. Anyway, I won that legitimately, and in fact, if you cannot, which it's very possible, it's normally a tough game to win, there's a whole little quest sub-tree you can go through that involves basically injecting the guy with a neural slowing thing. You have to get the recipe, inject it, and download it. However, there's also a little trick where you bounce the ball back and forth about 5 times, and on the 5th time when it's zooming towards him, you hit it and then make the motion to hit as it's flying towards him, and for whatever reason that spazzes out the AI and doesn't hit the ball back to you, and you just win like normal without having to go through any of that nonsense. And that's what we did. So we beat him, quote, fair and square, unquote, by beating the janky AI. It's not a particularly compelling game, so, you know, whatever. Time to get nuked.
Hey there.
Hey, you got here just in time!
For what?
The end of the world, baby!
Uh-oh.
Here we go!
Well, that's fairly morbid.
What a rush, huh?
What just happened? What is this sim?
Get nuked, man.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. That's the name of the sim.
Get nuked? That's a bit...
A bit on the nose, but it does what it says on the wrapper. That's what people come here to do. Get nuked.
I think I've had enough explosions for 1 week.
So, what's it about?
The whole history of atomic warfare, baby. If you can think of a time where they've dropped the bomb, this sim gives you the chance to experience it.
Wow, I've seen people make some pretty weird stuff in the trance. I guess I'm not in a position to judge.
Darn straight. Besides, it's not just
So, you know, so far what we've seen the trance come up with is like...
So, what's the aim?
Can someone win?
It's not a game, it's a simulation. Though sometimes we try to choose scenarios and see who can get the higher body count.
Huh.
I'm winning at the moment. Sarbamba, New Delhi, 2027.
I thought you just said it wasn't a game.
Not all the time.
Pong and recreating Hiroshima.
So where are we? The beach?
Siege of Singapore, 12 years ago. Smack bang in the middle of the Timuhani War.
Huh?
The most deadly atomic conflict in history, babe. China, Pakistan, and India. You're not from around there, are you?
Why do you say that?
Well, you kind of look...
I could be a bald man in my 50s for all you know.
Just thought I'd check. Don't bite my head off. You might have lost family in it.
I have no idea where I'm from. Refugee raised in Newton.
Oh yeah! We nuked them last week as well.
Yeah, this is horrifying.
What are your favorites?
My top 5? Castle Bravo, Hiroshima, Singapore, New Delhi, and Vegas. Some Zift came in earlier, wanted Nagasaki. Would you believe? I'm all like, they already did Japan 3 days earlier. Get some originality, man.
Can we have a go at flattening Newton? I'm in the mood to take it out on the city.
Sorry, babe. The server's only running the shareware version. I'm afraid Singapore's all we get.
Why are you here then? You sound like an enthusiast.
Yeah, but Leon, the guy who runs this place, he lets me admin it. I'm in charge of all things atomic in this server.
Sheesh. This is... yeah.
Is there any way to change the settings?
Singapore's the only map we've got in this version. Only thing you could do is tweak the bomb, really. And the user mortality setup, too.
I'm Mandela.
Fearless Phil. Him over there is Vomitor. I help Leon out by running his nuke server for him.
Are you in the cellar? The den?
Oof, meat space questions. We've only just met. I'm running an open line from home. My mom doesn't like it when I go to... I mean, I've got my own specialized setup at my place.
That's quite an outfit you've got.
You like it? Classic post-nuke apocalypse chic.
You know, there are places in the world that have really suffered nuclear attacks. I don't think anyone dresses like that there.
My style comes from the oldies. It's post-retro. Like, from before there were any of the big atomic conflicts.
So, movies and games rather than actual nuclear catastrophes?
Exactly. The real survivors are so downbeat, aren't they? They take all the fun out of atomic warfare.
You know, this is a little on-the-nose game. Yes, this is horrible, and I'm going to say it. Although I will point out that Mandela, as always, is in no real position to moralize. It sure doesn't stop her.
Hundreds of thousands of people died in Singapore when this happened. I don't like to judge, but this is just so disrespectful to them.
Nah, it's all cool. Every copy of this they sell, they donate 25% to war survivors.
But you're using the shareware version.
What's your point?
Alright, Peerless.
Sink you later.
Catch you in the afterglow.
Peerless Phil. You got anything to say, Vomitor? Talk to you.
Hi there. I wonder if he's ignoring me, or whether he just doesn't know I'm here. Trance does funny things to people's perception sometimes.
Yeah? Well, that's creepy, Peerless Phil. Fortunately, we've got ourselves a whole mess of sulfuric acid. What does that mean in code terms? I sure don't know.
The acid's eaten right through the panel cover.
What it means for us is we can turn off God mode. And unfortunately, we can't access... can we access any of this stuff? Yeah, I see we sure can't. Shiva's Fist, Davy Crockett, Siege of Singapore, Hiroshima Classic. This is horrifying, I gotta say. You know, I mean, I know they're going for the fact that this is tasteless, but yeah, this is pretty tasteless. At least they didn't pick Hiroshima to be the actual shareware version, although I suspect that's what it might have been. Anyway, we've turned off God mode, so let's see how we like it. Something real happens. Yep, disconnected. You know, it's a good thing that this isn't one of those if you die in the game, you die in real life scenarios, but anyway, that ought to cover everybody, I think. Let me get a save going here so I don't have to redo this chapter again. That ought to be everybody. Alright, Jinsel, what do you got for us?
How is your progress? It's just you and me. Server's empty. We're alone.
Excellent. I feel much safer.
You going to tell me what's going on now?
I shall. But first, tell me, why do you enjoy the trance?
I say potential, but, you know, we don't actually, I don't know, we don't do anything.
There's so much that can be done with it. The world we've built for ourselves, where the old laws, even physics, aren't necessary. We've had the net for a century, and we've still barely scratched the surface. I want to shape my future and be a part of something bigger. That's what the trance is for.
I suppose you could say you were born for this?
It feels like it, sometimes.
Mandela, we've been taking scans of your connection. We have never seen a sync ratio as high as yours. The trance is literally where you belong. We need your assistance.
Well, we are just the fanciest lady in Fancy Town.
You need my help? What can I do?
More than you realize, inshallah. The reason you were targeted is linked to your unusual natural affinity for the trance.
They want to kill me because my connection's too fast?
Not directly. It goes deeper than that, to the very structure of your brain. Do you recall what Guy was doing in that cell you shared with him?
Flipping a biscuit is what he was doing.
Yeah, he was your relay, wasn't he? You were connecting to Cell's systems through him?
Precisely. He was a vital part of the operation. But thanks to the psychophage, he is indisposed to us.
Let me guess. You want me to be a relay for you?
With a sync ratio like yours, the bandwidth would be incredible.
Your hackers would be running petabytes through my wiring. But you'd need me to get close, right? To the systems of the people trying to kill me?
Sounds like a terrible idea, but you know it's never stopped us before.
Okay, I'll do it. I need to find out who's after me, and I haven't got any other options.
Wonderful, Mandala. Jahilia is behind you all of the way.
Until they're dealt with, I can't get back to my life on the net.
Though you are strong in the trance, it makes you vulnerable in the outside world.
If they're targeting me because of my affinity for the trance, well, it's poetic justice if I turn it against them to help you. What do I have to do?
Shukran, Mandala. Justice shall be done. They operate from an old Aerostat terminal, Xanadu Airfreight. Head there. We will remain in contact with you.
Great, we're walking.
And now, we must crash the server. Good luck, Mandala.
Masalema. Also, we completely destroyed the trance and everything's terrible, and we're gonna go and we're gonna hack the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be on the trance forever, and we're just gonna hack until we can't hack anymore. And that's what's gonna become of the